you ready to experiment with me? My husband has told me our whole marriage about something his grandmother made for him on Thanksgiving. And it was a fried sweet potato ball. He didn't know how she made them or what she did, but it was like the most magical of treats for him and the thing he loved most about Thanksgiving when they would go to his grandparents. She would also send some home with him. So this last Thanksgiving time, or maybe it was Christmas time, I mentioned it and some of you knew what it was. And you even told me that the name of it is Inside Out Sweet Potato. I had no idea. So I've been thinking about it and I want to make some for my man. He is so good to me. He denies me nothing. He takes care of us so well, myself and our children, and he's a foodie. He likes good food. So I'm gonna give it a go. You want to experiment with me and see if we can do this? I'm pretty savvy in the kitchen. I think we can pull this off. We're gonna try it. So today I baked some sweet potatoes with our lunch. Well, they're not exactly baked. They were in the crock pot with our pork loin. But I've got a couple of really large sweet potatoes. So I'm just gonna fork mash them really well. I looked up some different recipes for this. Google it, Inside Out Sweet Potato. So I'm just taking what I saw and what I want to change, and I'm going to do it. Let me grab my orange juice. I thought that was a good addition. And somebody suggested a little booze or a little vanilla. And I said, I have the perfect answer to that. I have bourbon vanilla paste from Trader Joe's that my friend Cindy sent me. So we'll do the bourbon vanilla bean paste. My little dog is wearing herself out, chasing me back and forth. She does that because she thinks if there's a crumb to drop, she's gonna be here to get it. I'm not gonna put much of this. Maybe a half a teaspoon for this smaller amount. And this is our trial run and this stuff is golden. Anyway, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a little splash of orange juice. And I wish I had just the orange concentrate because that would be better. I'm gonna say a tablespoon, okay? Remember, I haven't done this before. I'm gonna do, it calls for some of the recipes I saw for brown sugar and cinnamon. I keep a cinnamon sugar combination around for cinnamon toast and different things. So I'm just gonna use that because it's handy. I'm gonna do a little bit of salt because you need to do that for your sweets. And an egg and a little flour. So let's see what we get here. Whoop, we got an eggshell. Don't crack your eggs over your bowl. Do as I say, not as I do. Crack them in a separate bowl. And then I saw where most of them said add a tablespoon or two of flour. I think that just makes it thicker to hang onto your marshmallow. Let's give this a stir and see what we've got. Sorry, this video's taking a little longer, but I wanted you to see what I'm doing, right? And you can see my cool shirt. I love Jesus and Barry. Do y'all love Jesus and Barry Manilow? They're not in the same league, I know, but I love them both. Different kinds of love, right? Okay, this seems like it's thick enough to hold on to a marshmallow. I went in my cabinet and I had some big marshmallows and I used them to make the homemade granola bars last week. So I didn't have any big marshmallows. And I thought, well, the mini marshmallows won't work, but lo and behold, look what I have. I have some snowman marshmallows that I had bought for the kids' hot cocoa. Look how big they are. So we're gonna do snowman stuffed sweet potato inside out puffs. I don't know, what do you wanna call them? That's what we're gonna do. Anyway, use what you have. There's no wrong way to do this. And then I also saw where someone made them and put them on a tray and put them in the fridge for about 24 hours so they, you know, hardened up a little bit, which I think is a great idea. Let me grab a tray to put these on. And we will do that. Let's do it. I'm gonna just grab a disposable pan. I think I'll put put a little bit of parchment paper or wax paper down so they don't stick. Oh, puppy, you're wearing me out, chasing me back and forth. Girl, you're getting your aerobics in, just chasing me. Okay, I'm just putting a little piece of wax paper in here. Well, I'm going to put a pair of gloves on because this is probably going to get messy. Some gloves. There we go. Here we go. I'm excited to try this because if this really works for him, I know he's going to love it. He's going to love it. Let's try it. I'll show you a couple, then I'll stop this very long video. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get a spoon. The sweet potato's still slightly warm. Roll them in a ball around the marshmallow. Boy, am I glad I put gloves on. And we'll get another scoop of sweet potato, another marshmallow, put it in there, roll it around. All right, I'm gonna keep making these and I'll show you when we're ready to make the stuff that we're gonna roll it in, the coating. It's fine. Here we go. I have a dozen of the inside out sweet potato puffs, we're gonna call them. I'm gonna put them in the refrigerator and let them harden up around that marshmallow a little bit. And you know, we always have cereal for dinner on Sunday night. We're gonna roll these in some crushed cereal. We'll try them later and we'll see what happens. Okay, these little marshmallow stuffed sweet potato balls, get back baby, this is hot grease on the stove, have been in the refrigerator for a couple hours. I'm just gonna roll them in some crushed cornflakes that I've crushed in a gallon baggie. Just gonna kind of gently roll them in there. Kind of push it down on it a little bit, you know, make sure that it sticks. Now I'm gonna gently drop this in to the hot oil. Put you over here where you can see what I'm doing. Can you see? Watch out, Mimi. There we go. We're gonna see how this works. I hope so much that this is like my husband remembers from his grandma. She was wonderful. She worked at Indiana University for 45 years and she didn't start working there until she was 55. Want to do that math real quick? She started working there when she was 55 years old and worked there for 45 years. She worked there until she was 100 for the IU Jacobs School of Music. Mrs. Klaus, if any of you out there know her, my Charlie boy is her grandson. And this is her recipe. And we loved her. And she spent the last 10 days of her life in our home before going on to her reward at that music center in the sky. Anyway, this is her recipe. And you just cook it for a couple minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and do another one here real quick. Have it ready for the oil. And I don't want them to get ahead of me, but I want you to see that one when I pull it out. Here we go. I'm going to take it out of the oil. And I'm going to let it cool a minute and have dear old Charlie boy give this a taste. I'm so excited. Okay, these are, what did she call them?
I don't know.
Google calls them inside out sweet potatoes.
I think she called them sweet potato puffs.
I was going to say puffs. Well, do they look right? Does it look like what Grandma made?
My 8-year-old brain is trying to remember.
Your brain's
My
more than
62-year-old
8-year-old.
brain is trying to remember what they look like at 8.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
A little hot, a little hot. Look at that.
Oh my goodness. Is that it?
I think that's it.
That makes my heart happy.
I mean, it's nasty.
Oh my God.
Easy. Yeah.
Okay.
She said we would line up at the kitchen with our plates. She'd serve them, and then we'd want more, and she'd go in the kitchen, and we would line up with our plates. Please, sir, can I have some more?
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Our kids are gonna love them. I hope.
I think so.
Is that it?
Yes, I think she might have put more brown sugar in them. I don't know.
It could be sweeter.
Yeah, the
I was
potato
just
could
doing
be
a try.
sweeter.
Yeah, I was doing a trial run on them.
Especially if you're feeding kids. Yum. No, they're very good though. I love the way the marshmallows.
Have one.